funny. It turned out that way. No, I would have preferred been some other way. What is over and done is way past the pain. Should have realized early that's be some rain. But now I'm so happy, baby, 'cause you stuck around. The present makes the sun break through the clouds. The presence makes me brave, like some biblical king. Slaying Goliath with his rock and a sling.
Hey, how you doing? You and Bob's Blues in the News, coming to you directly from Atlanta, Georgia. Little tune done did called To Rectify. And, yeah, we need to rectify the Middle East and the whole world. I mean, Trump's got his board of peace out there. He just announced you need $1 billion to join. And then Trump's got to approve you, of course. I think he's trying to build his own UN, United Nations. I mean, the United Nations has been a disaster ever since its foundation. Really, never really done what it should be doing, which is keeping world peace. Now, I'm not sure this board of peace that Trump is putting together will work either. They got some very nefarious people on there. I mean, he's trying to bring everybody in, you know, the Arabs, you know, Turkey, Qatar, Hamas, you know, all the bad guys he's trying to bring in as well on this board of peace. And, he, you know, and Kushner and, you know, his team is also thinking the same way. Well, we can make everybody, you know, focus on prosperity and focus on world peace and getting along and, you know, everybody being hunky-dory, and we can all sit around the campfire and sing Kumbaya. You know, it ain't going to happen, people. I'm telling you, it ain't going to happen. I mean, the idea is good, you know, but I don't think it's going to work. You know, they say, oh, we don't have a plan B, only plan A. We're going straight ahead. And, you know, we're going to build casinos and hotels. And we're going to change the minds of Hamas. We're going to change the minds of the Muslim Brotherhood. We're going to rewrite the Quran. So instead of saying kill the Jew and kill the infidel and the Christian, we're going to say all we need is love. You know, and we're going to sing Beatles songs. Love, 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 all we need. You know, it's all hunky-dory, and it's great if it would work, but it's not going to work. Not today. Maybe when the Mashiach comes. When the Mashiach comes, I think there'll be another board of peace, right? And it'll work. But I don't think this is going to work out, Trump. I mean, I give him A for effort, you know, maybe. But and then what's going on with Iran? I mean, he did tweet on his social. Well, he didn't tweet. He did it on Truth Social. That help is on its way again. So, and the warships are there. The aircraft carriers are there. The planes are there. Soldiers are there. But, you know, Khomeini, or whatever you pronounce his name, is still in power. Even though he didn't show up for prayers today. So, I don't know. It's Friday. He should show up for prayers, right? Make it on the scene. But he's not there, so we don't know where. And people are, from the RGC and from the, you know, Iranian Guard, they are sort of, some of these people are sort of getting out of Dodge. I see a lot of people leaving the embassies. Like in London, I saw these people leaving the embassy in London from the Iranian embassy, and people were protesting as they were leaving. So, you know, the jig is more or less up, but when is the attack going to have to happen? It's really, I mean, some people say maybe he's going to get all these forces in place, which I think he has this weekend. And then he's going to get on the telephone, and this is called the Ayatollah. And he said, listen, Mr. Ayatollah, you got 24 hours. You either get out to Dodge, take your suitcase of gold, or whatever you want. I'll let you take that. But then, if you don't, I'm going to blow you to smithereens. I mean, Trump could make a telephone call like that, you know? It's hard to say because Trump, he says, I mean, usually he backs up his word sooner or later, but maybe not exactly like you think he's going to do it. So he says, I don't really want to do it, but we got people there. We got the military there in case, you know, they do something stupid, but, you know, I really want to talk. But these people, they don't want to talk to you. All they want to do is jihad, and it's that reason to be. Raison d'etre. That's the only reason they were born, is to kill Jews and to kill Christians and to bring the 12th Imam. So Islam would rule the world. That's their only reason to be in life, you know? And they want to die for it. They don't mind dying for it. They like being martyrs. At least some of them do, because I've got 70 virgins. Hey, it can't be all bad, right? They don't think like we think, people, you know? So this whole idea about the Board of Peace is assuming everybody thinks like we do on the West. But see, the West never learns the lesson. And in Israel, too, look, they said, no way we're going to have, you know, Hamas in power again in Gaza. Well, I think they are a part of this Board of Peace, or some representatives of Hamas on the Board of Peace, seems like. And they still haven't put down their weapons. And they still haven't given over the body of the last hostage, you know? So you're not changing the minds of these people because that's all they're fed. And it's in their DNA. It runs in their blood. It's in their bones. And you can't change the way they think, you know? Not saying that all Arabs are bad. Not saying that all Muslims are bad. But these people, like these zealots in Islam, like the Muslim Brotherhood, they only have one idea in their head. You know, it's like they're obsessed, totally obsessed with killing the Jew, getting rid of Israel, destroying the West. And you're not going to change their mind. Like it's going to take a miracle to change their mind. You know, the Messiah, the real Messiah, is going to have to show up. And, you know, the lion and the lamb are going to have to lay down together, and you're going to take the swords and you're going to make it into plowshares. You know the thing in the Bible, the verse in the Bible talks about that. That's miraculous stuff. That's coming from the divine. But man himself trying to force the issue is not going to happen. It's only one thing they understand. One thing they understand, and that's the hammer approach, you know? Hit them on top of the head with the big hammer. Boom. They're gone. Finished. Kabuto. I mean, I mentioned before in some of my podcasts, is Trump really, you know, King Saul? Well, King Saul had everything going for him, and then he wouldn't annihilate these very, very evil people called Amalek. You know, he let the king live. They took the animals and their possessions, and God said, man, you got to destroy everything. Totally. Wipe it out. Nothing left. The leader, the cows, the animals, nothing. Take nothing from these people because they're totally evil. And Saul, you know, he gave in to the people around him. Come on, man. I need an extra cow. You know what I mean? Hey, that chicken looks pretty fat. Can I eat one of their chickens? And he paid the price. And then we got King David, who built the empire, more or less, because he more or less, except for, you know, he did have this one little episode with, was it Bathsheba? You know, but things happen to the best people. But King Saul lost his throne because he didn't do what he should be doing. So I was wondering if Trump is the same way. Maybe he should take it all away, and he doesn't want to take it all away, and he's going to pay the price. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm just saying this Board of Peace has me doubting. But I'd be very much pleased if the attack in Iran is soon, because these people are suffering so much. I feel so much for them, and it's horrifying what these evil people, this regime in Iran is doing. And I get upset every time I think about Jimmy Carter. But of course, he wasn't the only person. A lot of people, the French were involved. A lot of people were involved in getting rid of the Shah, the last Shah. And he thought, because they was maybe getting too cocky, the last Shah or whatever. They didn't like him for some reason. But, man, they had all kinds of freedom, a lot more freedom under the Shah, the previous Shah, than they do now, that's for sure. They had a terrible, terrible situation, but I don't think it's going to last much longer. And we'll get rid of the tyranny. So anyway, I just want to come out and say my 3 cents, because it's Friday. I got a lot I got to do before for the day ends, because it's Shabbos coming, this evening, and I got to chill out for my Shabbos. And so anyway, have a good weekend. Love you all, and see you next time. This is Bob on Bob's Blues and the News. And be safe out there, huh?
Crumbles in decay. How can anybody be surprised it turned out this way? Yeah, it's been planned, it's an inside job. So many movers and shakers are supporting the mob. Well, the skyline is starting. Sure as strange.